Hey everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how you can create crossarms. And crossarms in Neara are composed of things that are called components. And so what we do is we create the individual components, like the beam or the insulator, and then we actually compose them inside of the construction library. So just to show you, the construction library is where you'll see your complete pole top constructions. And within the pole top constructions, you define the components within the little subsections here, such as the crossarm being used and the insulators being used. And those individual components are made in the component library, which is this section here. You can make your crossarms, you can make your insulators, etc. So today I'm going to show you how you can make constructions from components. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a crossarm. And for every component that you want to make, you're going to have to make a copy of an existing one. So for example, because I'm looking to make a crossarm, I'm just going to find a crossarm and I'm going to make a copy. I'm going to call this example crossarm and select OK. So for now, we're just going to focus on these fields here and leave out the FE analysis fields for now because we won't be doing FE analysis. So my crossarm is going to be of, let's say, wood type, and it's going to be of a length of 3 meters. And because this is in millimeters, I'm going to put 3,000 millimeters. Width is going to stay the same. Let's put the mass to 10 kilograms, and then the maximum bending moment to 15 kilonewtons. Now I'm going to select save, and I've created my example crossarm. Now I'm going to also find, let's say, a strain insulator. So I'm going to type in strain, and I'm going to find an existing strain insulator and make a copy. And go example strain insulator, and I'm going to delete the label and the tag, and I'm going to give this a 600 millimeter length, a mass of 2 kilogram. Let's do. Average width of 50, yep, just as it is. Drag force coefficient, keep it as 1. And then I'm going to give this a maximum tension strength of 70, just like we have there. Now I'll click save. And now I've created my insulator and my crossarm. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my construction library. And it's really important for you to understand this. The construction library works as so. You find an existing construction with the same amount of cables. Then you make a copy, and then you change the components and fit them accordingly. You can't make a copy or start a construction from a 2 cable arrangement when you're looking to make a 3 cable arrangement. It has to be the same number of cables. So let's say, for example, I'm making a 3 cable arrangement crossarm. I'm just going to make a copy of this one then. And I'm going to call this example crossarm. Now you'll see I've got my example crossarm selected. I'm going to remove the notes. I'm going to change my beam to my example crossarm. Note you can add multiple beams if you want. So I can add 2, for example. Now, underneath the beam selections, you can also specify how you want to arrange these on the pole. I'm going to center them, and I'm also going to set them vertically apart. So I'm going to set one of them to be 1,000 millimeters apart from the other above crossarm, for example. And I'm going to change the above crossarm to a far shorter one for demonstration's sake. And we're going to offset that to the left. Do we have anything shorter? Yes, we do. Okay. Just like that. Now that we've got our beams selected and we've defined its horizontal offsets as well as its vertical offset, and you can also specify the angle. You can also attach braces if you wish. So maybe on this one, I will attach a left brace. Now you'll see there's a left brace attached to my top crossarm. By the way, these blue arrows help you offset things to the edges of the crossarm by clicking the left and right toggles, or you can center it. But for this case, I'm going to be doing a right offset. So note these buttons at the bottom, these 5 buttons are the offset of the attachment. If you select X or negative X, that will flip it across the pole like such. X is as it is now, negative X flips it to the other side. Y and negative Y flips it on the long side. So if I go Y, you'll see that it'll flip just like that on a fairly long side. And I will just center it against the palm. So I'm just going to offset it on the other side as it was for now. Now that that's done, I'm going to move down to the insulators. As I said before, we've got an example strain insulator that I'll be using. And this is going to be a termination construction for now. So we've got my strain example. I'm going to attach them to all of them. So all my insulators are going to be of that type that I made. And then I'm going to also offset it. So you'll notice that I have 3 cables attached to my bottom cross arm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the attached to field for one of them to the top cross arm, which is this one here. And now I'm going to set the offset to, let's say, 0. And you'll see that the insulator will be attached to the end of that cross arm. And now my cable arrangement is nearly ideal. So I noticed that the length of my cross arm is 3000 millimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to 50 millimeters, so 50 millimeter offset from one end, and I'm going to set this to 2950. Just like that. Now you'll see that I've got a 3 cable arrangement and termination laid on 2 cross arms. I can just click save. And then I can click my construction builder. And then I'm going to go to my settings here and select the cross arm that I just made, which is called example. And after that's done, I can place down construction, all my conductors, and you'll see that the termination cross arm is being used here. So yeah, thank you for listening, and let me know if you have any questions.